Alright guys, hey, what's up? I'm here to tell you and convince you why the Alfa Giulia 2-liter is the best daily driver you could possibly have. So, first point, they're affordable. These cars are not really that expensive used. I got a 2017 here, and I got it a couple years ago. I had it when it was like 34,000 miles. It was a one-owner car, base level car, but I paid like $17K for it. Threw about $5K in mods in it, and it's a really awesome car. So you don't really need to do those mods, but that would be my first point. They're not very expensive, so you don't have to feel terrible about driving an expensive car to work every single day. Okay, so second point. For the money, I literally don't think you can buy a more engaging car for the money of this caliber of this year. You know, for similar money, you'd be probably looking at an A3 or a C300, maybe a 330i. All of those cars are pretty great, but you're not going to get the same character out of those cars as you would this car. This car is perfectly fine, just cruising around like a normal vehicle. You know, you can drive it like you would, you know, a Toyota Corolla. You know what I mean? You don't need to do super hard pulls every time, and it's perfectly fine. You've got a couple of different driving modes here. I usually stay in N and D. A is for advanced efficiency. I don't really use that. So this car is extremely comfortable to just drive around on normal roads. The suspension is pretty soft and subtle, but it also is responsive. It's not too harsh. Like, I remember riding in some 3 Series, and I always felt like it was rock hard. And, you know, that's good if the roads are really smooth. But to be honest, most roads aren't very good in America. So, you know, I don't really want to be riding around in an M3 every single day, especially if there's snow. That comes to another good point. Lots of Giulias were made with all-wheel drive. Now, the all-wheel drive system in the Giulia is passive until it's not, as in it's not going to send power to the front unless it starts detecting the rear slipping, which I like. It's predominantly rear-wheel drive, which gives it a sporty character. And I think that's kind of the overall point of the Alfa in terms of why you would want to choose it. Maybe it's not the fastest, maybe it doesn't have the most updated tech, but in terms of the way it feels to drive, it's just really fun. I know you can't really probably tell that right now, just me just driving in traffic, but go look up some other driving videos where people are thrashing them around. I mean, they are really fun. Steering is super quick and responsive. Apparently it's the same steering rack as the Ferrari 458, or it was developed similarly, don't quote me on that, but it has very quick steering, electronic power steering, so it's not super heavy. And just all in all, a great overall car. I mean, you could easily do tons of highway miles in it, you could carve some back roads in it, and then it's quick enough in the straights, you know, after you tune it. Even stock, it's got decent power. I mean, it's nothing crazy. That brings me to another point. When you compare it to its cohorts, you know, when you compare it to a C300 or a BMW, you know, the interior is probably better on the BMW. Same with the C300. You might get better tech depending on what you ordered, but neither of those cars is going to feel like this car. Alphas really only ever feel like Alphas, and you won't really know what it feels like until you experience one. I mean, the ride is firm, but also compliant. Like, I'm not getting destroyed here on the bends. And you can just fling it into a corner, it's fine, it takes it. You know, look, we can start cutting up traffic, and it's fine, it loves it. Then you can just go back in normal mode and just drive like normal. It really has a good level of adjustability to how you want to drive it. If you want to cruise on the highway, you'll get 30 miles per gallon, and you just call it a day. You know, if you want to cut up, if you want to go on twisty roads, cool, the car will do that too. You know, I've got the exhaust valves closed right now, so it's not even loud. This car literally has a 3-inch downpipe and a 3-inch full exhaust. It's basically a straight pipe after the downpipe, but you wouldn't know it right now. Which is another thing that's great about this car. It's tunable, maybe not as tunable as like an S3 or something, but it is still tunable. I mean, this car probably makes around 340-ish horsepower at the crank, and the torque's probably somewhere supposedly near 400 foot-pounds, around 500 Newton meters. I mean, the transmission is a ZF8 speed. That's pretty much industry standard for an automatic. So all in all, I think it's a fantastic car. I think the reliability issues are completely overblown. I've had this car more than a year now. It's tuned, its transmission is tuned, its ECU is tuned. It has plenty of mods, and it's still just ticking like a grandfather clock. You know what I mean? There's really no issues. So I think, at least anecdotally from my point of view, I think the issues are kind of overblown. Well guys, that's my 2 cents on why you should daily a Giulia. I mean, not only is it beautiful, its mileage is pretty decent for what it is. It's fun, it's spacious. I mean, the whole roof's black. Like, look at this thing. This is sick. You got 2 sunroofs. I mean, it's a base level car and the whole thing's made out of aluminum practically. I mean, value for money wise, I think it's an incredible value for money. Is it a perfect car? Obviously not. But I mean, for the money, I don't know if it gets much better than this for a daily. You know, you could say a GTI is better, and you know, I would say you're right on some points, but if I said, you know, put this car next to a GTI, like, this one looks better, man. This one looks better than a GTI, I'm just saying. So that's my 2 cents. If you've made it this far, thanks for listening to me ramble. Go buy a Giulia if you're on the fence. They're awesome. And thanks for joining. Hopefully I'll get some more driving videos up of me actually like driving the car quickly instead of just rambling. But anyways, thanks guys.